everyone. Today we will be answering the essential question of how do we write inequalities? So inequalities, if you remember back to chapter 5, and we were learning to, and maybe even chapter 6, we were using our clue words to write down math phrases. They gave us the ELA phrase, and then we wrote down the math phrase using our clue words for equal sign. We're doing the exact same thing, but today we're going to be using inequality signs. And inequality signs are math sentences, or inequalities, I should say, are math sentences that compare two expressions. So you'll have one expression and another expression, and instead of comparing it with an equal sign, we're going to use a symbol that's either less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. So let's go ahead and talk about what an inequality is first of all. So inequality. An inequality is a math sentence that compares expressions. A math sentence that compares expressions using less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. So we're a math sentence. So an inequality is a math sentence that uses these symbols. We're going to use those 4 symbols. But first, let's talk about what these symbols mean. So we're going to use these symbols and we're going to create kind of like a cheat sheet like we did before with clue words and what the symbol is. So let's go ahead and make our table. So here we're going to have the symbols. And down below, we're going to use key phrases. All right, so we're just going to make this quick little table here. Maybe your lines will be a little bit straighter than mine. I don't know. Okay, so the first symbol that we're going to look at is the less than symbol. So this is the less than symbol. It looks like the smaller end right here, it comes first, the lesser end. This is the big side. It's open. So that's the greater than, this is a big side. This is a less side. So when you read this, you would read this as something less than something. You could also look at this like this looks like an L. If I were to turn this symbol like that, it kind of looks like an L. So that's how you can remember if it is less than. So key phrases for the symbol less than. Clue words that you might see are is, less than. That is a clue. Or is fewer than. So if you see either of these two phrases, you will be using this symbol. All right, let's look at the next symbol that we might come in contact with. The next symbol we might come in contact with is this symbol. This symbol looks like this one, except it's opposite. And this one is the greater than sign. So some clue words that we might come in contact with is greater than. We might also come in contact with is more than. So we have greater than, more than. Those are our phrases for greater than and less than. Okay, now we have two more symbols that we're going to look at, and these two symbols are the same thing, except they have a line underneath them. So the first one I want to look at would be this one. This one is a less than sign with a line underneath it. So it's two symbols. This one incorporates the less than sign and an equal sign, or the bottom of the equal sign. So this one says is less than or equal to. Is less than or equal to. And then another phrase you might see is at most, meaning it's not more than. And then another phrase is no more than. So this one, using this symbol, has three different phrases that you could come in contact with. Okay, so this one is less than or equal to. Maybe we just write this. This one's greater. This one is less than. I know it already says it there, but those are the phrases. Okay, and then the last one that we would come in contact with looks just like the greater than sign. So it looks just like a greater than sign, but it also has a line underneath it for equal to. So this one is greater than or equal to. That's one phrase you might see, is greater than or equal to. Another phrase you might see is at least, meaning it doesn't equal it, it's at least. Well, it could equal it, I mean, and it's the least that it could equal. Is no less than. That's another clue word. Okay, I know that this is a lot of information right here, but we're going to apply this, and so stick with me here. We're going to apply these words to see how they are used, and then this will start to make sense, okay? Okay, so hit pause right now so you can finish writing out these clue words. You're definitely going to want these clue words to help you in today's lesson and in the future. So I would hit pause right now, finish writing these out, and then hit play when you are ready for the next section, which is making math sentences. All right, so we're going to take these and we're going to write these into inequalities. So just like we did before where you were given the ELA phrase, I'm going to give you an ELA phrase and you are going to turn it into a math sentence. So we're going to start with something that looks like this. A number C, so it's unknown, it's the letter C, is less than -4. Okay, so we're going to first check out our clue words. So our clue word here is less than. So less than tells me to use this symbol right here. So I'm just going to drop down that symbol. Now I'm going to put the rest of this information around it. -4 and letter C. My math sentence looks like this. C is less than -4. So this right here is my inequality. C is less than -4. That's the inequality, and that's how it's written. We can now substitute any letter in for letter, or number, in for letter C that is smaller than -4. Like -5, -100. All of those are smaller than -4. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do another example. So in this example, example B, we're going to say a number K plus 5. So K plus 5 is greater than or equal to 8. All right, so let's start by looking at our clue words that we have. Is greater than or equal to. Look at that clue word right there. Is greater than or equal to. This clue tells us that we are using this symbol with the alligator mouth opening this direction and a line underneath it for the equal part. So greater than or equal to. That's our symbol. Then we have a number K plus 5. Well, we know plus is another clue word, and plus just means plus like this. So we're doing K plus 5 is greater than or equal to 8. K plus 5 is greater than or equal to 8. So you've already done this. You've already taken these number sentences and you've already written them. But before, it said equals or is the same as, or what was another clue word? Is was a clue word. C is -4. That word is right there meant equal. But now we're adding something to the is, less than. So we're taking it one step further and using symbols that don't necessarily mean one number. So this has many solutions. This one's going to have many solutions too. This just tells you that K could be 3 to get 8 is greater than or equal to 8. It could be 4, which would give us 9. 9 is greater than or equal to 8. So it could be any of those solutions. It's just telling us that when we use an inequality sign, we're going to have multiple numbers. Instead of when we used an equal sign, you only had one solution. K is 5 means K is not 10. It has to be 5. So that's where the difference between inequalities and equal signs come in. Okay, let's look at letter C. 4 times a number Q. 4 times a number Q is at most 16. Okay, so let's check out our clue word here. And our clue word is at most, and I see it right up here. So that means we're going to use less than or equal to sign. So the less than symbol with the line underneath it, that's what this tells us. At most 16. So less than or equal to 16. 4 times. We know 4 times. So we're going to use a dot. Oh, you can't see that. I'm so sorry. We're going to use a dot, or you could just put it together. 4 times Q. So 4 times Q is less than or equal to 16. We're just taking this number sentence and rewriting it using the inequality sign. All right, go ahead and hit pause right now if you need to finish writing these examples down. We're going to turn the page and we are going to do some try-its. So it'll be your turn to do the try-its. So hit pause so you don't hear me explaining the answers. Oh, no, not yet. You need to finish writing this down. Turn the page for the try-its, then we'll pause. Oh my goodness, Miss Englander. Getting ahead of myself. I was so excited. Okay, so try-its. Here are your try-its. So try-it number 1. Try-it number 1 says, a number n is greater than 1. That's your first one. Number 2. Okay, try it number 2. Twice a number p is fewer than 7. Okay, and number 3. Try it number 3. Try it number 3. Oh, this one's a long one. A number w minus 3 is less than or equal to 10. All right, so go ahead and hit pause right now so you don't hear me solving these. I want you to use those clue words to help you figure out which symbol to use, and then come on back and hit play when you are ready to check your understanding. Okay, so the first one, we have a clue word, is greater than. Is greater than. That is our clue word right here. So we're going to use the symbol that opens backwards. So is greater than, our symbol opens backwards, 1. And it says n is greater than 1. N is greater than 1. The alligator is eating the N. Okay, the next one is fewer than. So let's check out this clue word. Is fewer than. Is fewer than. This one is under less than. So is fewer than is the less than sign. So we're going to use the less than sign, 7, and it says twice a number p. We know that twice was another clue word that meant to multiply. So 2 times p is less than 7. 2 times p is less than 7. Okay, and then our last one, our clue word says is less than or equal to. Is less than or equal to. So less than or equal to. Less than or equal to 10. And it says w minus 3. So we're going to just do w minus 3 is less than or equal to 10. Okay, check your work. How did you do? How did you do on writing inequalities? Go ahead and answer your essential question now. How do we write inequalities? What do we look for? How do we write them? What are some special clue words? And then write your level of understanding out to the side. Where are you at? How do you feel? And when you are finished, you can come on back to the Google Meet and ask for help. Or you can go and do your practice work. As always, I appreciate all of your hard work and effort, and make it a great day.